Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is a really weird video. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Me and my boy
Jonas.
Yes guys, that's Jem. You guys haven't heard from him in a while. What?
You usually don't say Jonas, it's Jem.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, they just know you as Jem. Yeah, we just saw Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Okay, go ahead. Alright. This guy just kind of cut me off.
Weird.
That was very weird. We're driving right now, heading back from the movie, and I just really gotta share my opinion, so that's why you're just hearing audio. This was the greatest video game movie ever. You agree with me, bro?
It looked really good.
No, forget looks. Like, not just looks.
I mean, it had a good story too.
Yeah, like out of every video game movie you've ever seen, the Warcrafts, the Mortal Kombats, I don't think there's anything ever that has come close to the quality, the production values that this movie displayed.
I think you're right. It's really good. I guess it is Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the whole thing to it. So we're gonna be doing spoilers now. Like I said, we're driving. I'll try to cut out some of the pauses and end it in. But the movie begins with our main character and his friend, and they're in the field and they're trying to catch his very first Pokemon. And he's an older guy at this point. Actually, he's actually working as an insurance agent. You know, so he's not a young kid like we're used to in Pokemon Something 13. This is somebody who's actually older in age, who seems to be able to drive and, you know, have a real job out of school. And his whole deal is that he hasn't moved away from home in a long time, but his father seemingly gets into an accident and he has to go to this brand new city. Rhyme City, if I'm correct, right, bro?
Rhyme City, where Pokemon and people are together. Everywhere, I guess. Yeah,
Pokemon and human live in harmony. Now, I know some of you guys be like, wait, isn't that what already happens in regular Pokemon? But this city seems pretty special because there's supposedly no battling, and on top of that, along with no battling, no Pokemon in Pokeballs. The Pokemon and the trainers just live in harmony. Some Pokemon help out build stuff, carry mail, cook food, like the Charmander we see early on, like being like the fuel for
the barbecue.
Yeah, so it's like really cool themes here. We get some Asian street food type cooking themes, along with some more industrial, like New York City type of vibe in like some of the bigger, more modernized areas. So it's like it's a city that's very diverse, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, you can see what all the basically how a city with Pokemon would be running.
So, like, talking about that city with Pokemon, can you name any of the what Pokemon did you notice once we first flew into the city?
In the city, there's a bunch of Pidgeotos. What was it? I forgot
What was the other bird with the ferret or something like that? I think it's
called
Fearow. Yeah, I saw Fearow.
There's the other bird Pokemon that had the one feather that's sticking out its head.
The newer one, right?
Yeah, the new one. I forgot what it was.
I forgot what his name as well. But yeah, they had some of the new Pokemon. The chimp type Pokemon with Apom?
Apom.
Yeah.
Apom
was there.
It had for like, I guess the club part with
the sound Pokemon?
Yeah, the sound Pokemon.
So yeah, guys,
speakers.
Forgive us. We're very much Pokemon fans, but some of the newer ones we're just not going to remember all that. It's over 700 at this point. We're definitely going to be the old school Magikarp. Oh my god.
Oh, my champ. Directing traffic.
Yeah, Snorlax sleeping in the middle of traffic. They had to throw Snorlax out there. Gengar was in this movie. I know we're just listing off Pokemon right now, but Gengar was in there in a big way. Charizard was in there in a big way. The little fire dog. Oh my god, I can't remember. Growlithe, and the last of all form. I saw him for a few seconds. Arcanine, yes, we saw that as as so
yeah, the same thing with Growlithe. It helps the cops.
Yep. Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, Squirtle Squad for the fire department.
Yep. That all was there. So what I'm mentioning all of this is like, yeah, is all these people in jobs and then they have their Pokemon beside them who are there helping them out, and everybody still seemingly has a Pokemon. And this young gentleman that has our main character, he seemingly is one of the few people who don't have a Pokemon partner compared to everybody else. But you know, his whole story is basically he felt kind of abandoned after his mother died. His father kind of went off on his own to the city to be a detective and indulge himself in his job and really try to focus on that. But then he finds out his father got into some type of accident, and his father and his Pokemon went ahead and died. But the big twist is that the Pokemon was Pikachu was still
Pikachu is
still alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah. And with that, with Pikachu being alive, Pikachu becomes the partner of the son. And then they go on with adventures trying to figure out what happened to the father. Now, first, the son is very reclusive to want to be Pikachu's, not trainer, but partner. They said it they wanted to be very clear in this city, everybody's a partner. You're not a Pokemon trainer. In fact, he was not really telling Pikachu to use attacks, and you never see anybody in this movie, which is really interesting for being a Pokemon movie, right? Nobody was saying like...
I guess in this world, is the treatment as partners, so you're gonna have your partner decide what's the best way to attack in that underground battle shit and all that.
And the funny thing about this as well, it's actually the same world we've known. They actually linked it back to the video games as when they did trial. They mentioned the Kanto region, and as you guys saw in the trailers, Mewtwo's in this movie, and Mewtwo's a very big part of this movie. But the twist, really big spoiler here, guys, is that Mewtwo is not actually the true villain. They might play it up in the trailers, but they wanted to step away since, remember the Pokemon, the first movie where Mewtwo was like, oh, they can't get along.
People go Pokemon shit, bro.
Yeah. So Mewtwo is actually not really the big bad guy in this movie, even though he does play a very big part in the movie overall. And Mewtwo, all the Pokemon just look fantastic. The fur on Pikachu was real, right? Like, unbelievable CGI. Like, there was only one part in the movie where I saw the actor looking at Pikachu, and it felt like he was looking in the void, like he really didn't know that Pikachu was actually there, because it probably, like, whatever prop they used was in the wrong place where he was looking. And besides that, every other time I was believed, like, okay, Pikachu's actually there on his shoulder. But going back to the story real quick. So the movie goes through, and this father is missing, and the son has to go ahead and find the father. He gets motivated by Pikachu and the fact that Pikachu could actually talk to him, and why that's such a special, important link. And it gets to the point where it gets a really, really crazy concept that, well, the big bad guy in the movie wants to combine humans and Pokemon together to make the next evolution of humans, right? And his way to do that is basically through a mental device to connect, well, Mewtwo to himself, and then transform everybody in the city to become one with Pokemon. So he went ahead and do this, and then finally Pikachu starts to get into this battle phase. And this is something I was really worried about, bro. It's like, how are they gonna make Pikachu look like when he's attacking? Like, I just thought he was so cute, and like throughout the movie, how is they're gonna make him look badass? Volt tackle, the when he uses tail to attack.
Electric ball.
Yeah, it all looked good. Like, it's so easy to do attacks wrong when it's CG in real world. This would actually made me believe that they could do a good Dragon Ball Z movie. They
need the money.
Oh yeah, man. There's so much money must have been pumped in this movie. Like, you guys could not believe my mom smile. This is my favorite movie of the year. I know, crazy. Endgame was amazing. No Endgame spoilers. There's a lot of great movies that have come out this year already. Horror movies, and so on and so forth. But for me, man, Pokemon was exactly what I needed today. Just a feel-good movie. What were your thoughts about it, bro? I've been talking here a lot, man.
You basically said it's a good video game movie, which I was going into this thinking, it's a video game movie, maybe it's not gonna be as good.
Mm-hmm.
I did see the review, what they rated it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of, maybe they go giving it a little too much, or being nice or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty good. It was actually, I liked it.
Yeah, and this is coming from people who are definitely Pokemon fans, definitely video game fans, but we criticize video game movies when they're bad. I mean, you and me, back then, Assassin's Creed, we were one of the biggest Assassin's Creed fans.
We wanted that to be good, and that shit, I hate
that. We couldn't look past a lot of the problems. We thought it could get better in a sequel, but talking about a sequel, at the end of Pokemon, it had a concrete ending. This wasn't like, oh, after the credits, something's going to happen. No, this movie ended in a way that they said, Nintendo want us to make a Pokemon movie with our IP, and they just want a good movie. And that's it. Like, there may never be a Detective Pikachu 2. Like, the way the movie really finally wraps up, and I think that little tiny twist at the end is not worth spoiling for you guys. There's a little twist at the end, and I think it's a good enough fun twist that is worth seeing for yourself, as much as I spoil so much of the rest of the movie. But this is something that was not revealed in the trailers, or not even hinted at by anything else in the media so far. So even if you're not seeing the movie and you're still listening to this video, I still think that little twist at the end will put a little smile on your face and be a little bit of a surprise. So it's still worth seeing for yourself anyways. And I really highly recommend, if you have AMC A-List or any one of the subscription programs out there for movies, this has to be one of your free movies for the week, man. It's such a fun movie. Like, I like this movie so much that I think I'm gonna come back and see this with my nieces and nephews. I'm gonna take the fam. Like, I haven't had a found a movie, bro, that I said I want to take my niece, the kids in my family, the annoying little ones. I'm like, they're gonna, when I want to go bring family to see a movie, that's when you know I enjoy a movie, and I feel it's a movie they're gonna have fun with too. I think it's paced out correctly. It didn't feel too long or too short, right?
No.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. And I mean, not to keep this video going on too long already, but yeah, if you like Pokemon, if you like just feel-good family high, like, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, some of this is higher than stuff I've even seen from Pixar quality animation. Like, Warner Brothers.
This is showing potential.
Yeah.
Future. What could be possible.
Yeah.
In video game movies.
Yes.
This should, like, set the bar. Like, okay, don't have a director try to, I guess, get away from the main story. Make it the story of a game, whatever, and with the right budget, it could be good.
Good voice acting. I mean, we already knew Ryan Reynolds was going to probably do a pretty good job. But you know what's so funny? The kid, I don't know him. I don't know if he's from any other thing big. Great actor.
Yeah,
Absolutely fantastic. Like, I did have one friend who said he would give it a 7 out of 10 because of the writing. But he's not like, he came into this expecting really unbelievable writing from a Pokemon video game movie. And if that's what you're coming in here for, you might just not get it. But if you're willing to see some unbelievable, high-quality animations and just the way the Pokemons look, this movie's going to keep you entertained. Don't you worry about that one bit. Go see this movie if you have the chance, guys. It's about to be raining right now, so the audio is only going to get a lot worse. I'll have more detailed things to talk about it throughout the week as time goes on. I just can't highly recommend this movie anymore for anybody who's into video games. Seriously, if you like video games in the slightest, I think it's worth your time to go see this, to see what happens when a video game property is treated correctly on the big screen, right, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. So next time, peace the heck out.